Chairman Wilson and Ranking Member Davis and members of the committee. Thank you for convening this hearing and the opportunity to testify regarding religious freedom in our military. I'm a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, a former Navy pilot, and now director of the Center for Religious Liberty at the Family Research Council, where we have grown increasingly concerned about restrictions on service members' religious expression over the past several years. Despite congressional efforts to address these restrictions and DoD assertions that the problems are modest, religious expression continues to be stifled in our military. As we saw earlier this year when Bibles were removed from Navy lodges due to fears they were causing offense, and when an Air Force Academy cadet's religious expression was singled out and targeted for removal from his own whiteboard. Even if later corrected, such accounts, as others are documented in my written testimony, create a chilling effect and bolster the perception that religious beliefs must be hidden to maintain one's standing in the military. Such censorship reveals a misunderstanding of a very basic truth. Religion simply cannot be sectioned off into neat little compartments in our lives. It is essential to all aspects of the human experience, including how we approach the issues of death and danger so central to military service. How can we ask servicemen and women to do a job which is so incredibly difficult, while at the same time divorcing them from the very spiritual resources they need to do that job? These resources go beyond the confines of the mind and find expression in one's conversations and public affirmations. Consider the example of Jeff Struecker, an Army Ranger who was sent into a firefight in the streets of Mogadishu to rescue fallen comrades during the Black Hawk Down incident. In a short film titled Return to Mogadishu, Jeff explains how he relied on God for strength in his ordeal. Are we prepared to tell him that God has no part in his story? I hope not. Why should others be treated any differently? Let me be clear. We do not support coercing anyone into religious practice, but religious freedom, including the ability to speak of one's religion, must be protected. Jeff Struecker and many others like them must have the freedom to tell how their life and their faith drive their careers. If we deny them that, we will be suffocating their military service at its very heart. When considering how to approach these issues, we would do well to be informed by the Supreme Court's articulation earlier this year in another case, Town of Greece versus Galloway, which also dealt with role of religion in public life, in which the court said that, quote, offense does not equate to coercion, unquote. But what is to be done? We recommend that this committee ensure that DoD abides by congressional intent in the last two defense bills to protect religious expression, including religious speech, ensure that branch regulations reflect these protections, and ensure that military leaders like commanders, chaplains, and JAG officers receive the proper training on these protections. Our servicemen and women do not give up their religious freedom and constitutional rights simply because they join our nation's military. Their rights must be protected too, and we are confident this committee will continue to play an important role in seeing that happen. Thank you.